Hi, welcome to Living God's World channel. The topic for today is Elisha and the army of angels. When the servant of the man of God rose early and went out, behold, an army with horses and chariots was around the city. Elisha's servant said to him, Alas, my master, what shall we do? Elisha answered, Fear not, for those with us are more than those with them. Then Elisha prayed, Lord, I pray you, open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord opened the young man's eyes, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses, and chariots of fire round about Elisha. 2 Kings 6:15-17 from the Everyday Life Bible, Amplified Version. The prophet Elisha wanted to give his servant assurance not to be afraid because those with them, God's holy angels, were more than the army they could see with their physical eyes. God opened the servant's eyes, and he saw the army of angels that would protect them and give them victory. When I think of the words that are more of them than there are those with the other army, I reflect on the power of a few that seek to intimidate and cause others to be fearful. There are more of us that do not want some of the things and agendas that some in the world are trying to force upon us. There are more of us than there are of them, so why are we afraid? Why don't we make our voices heard? Why are we in the shadows not wanting to offend anyone? Jesus came into this world, and he offended many, but he was and is the truth. He faced opposition for his views. They were not the popular views at the time, but he stood for the truth, and so should each one of us. Yes, there are many voices out there, and they need to be heard, but the problem is that other voices are shut down. Jesus said, I tell you that if these keep silent, the very stones will cry out. Luke 19:40, Amplified Version. Why did Jesus say that? Even the stones would cry out? I think he meant that even the earth would cry out the truth of who God is and what the truth is. The earth is the Lord's and all it contains, the world and those who dwell in it. Psalm 24:1, New American Standard Bible. We as believers need to speak the truth in love. We need to stand and not give in to the cancel culture of our time. In my last blog, When the Church is Silent, I talked about those who stood in the midst of opposition, such as Martin Luther King Jr., Corrie ten Boom, Dietrich Bonhoeffer, as well as many others who were not afraid to speak up, even to the point of death in some cases. Why is there so much opposition? I believe it is because many people are afraid to push back or speak out. Remember, there are more of us than there are of them. So stand for the truth and do not be deceived by those that would seek to steal who you are in Christ and your identity given by God. What shall we say about such wonderful things as these? If God is for us, who can ever be against us? Romans 8:31 from the New Living Translation. Yes, if we are with God, who can stand against us? With God, all things are possible. All things are possible with God. So trust in him at all times and speak the truth. Speak the truth in love, just as Jesus did. Speak the truth. Thank you for visiting Living in God's World channel. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Watch the following frames, which will bring you to many of our other websites. May God richly bless you now and always. Bye-bye.